And we hope you're all doing great. Thank you very much for joining us on yet another program on Noble Television. My name is Bernadette Abu. I'm your presenter for today. The program today is called Business Surgery. I've got three lovely ladies here with me today on the program, and they are going to introduce themselves. I've got three lovely ladies from different backgrounds. So, hi, how are you?
Greetings, great uprising.
Thank you very much. Introduce yourself. Tell our viewers about your name and your organization.
Okay, so my name is Griot Chinier. I am from an organisation called Shanti Chi. I am the artistic director, and our remit is to preserve, promote and celebrate the art of the old tradition of African storytelling. Chinier is an Igbo name, and am of Igbo descent. And Chinier means divinely given.
Wow, that's great. And what's the name of your other colleagues? We've got three other lovely ladies.
This is Akiba. Tell us
everyone what your name means. I'm Akiba, and my name means one of good fortune. I am from Jamaican heritage and adopted an East African name.
Okay, that's great. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Ashanti. I am a part of this organisation. Okay, so my parents are from Barbados, and I've adopted the name Shanti because it's a warrior queen that I greatly admire. And we're here today to talk about festival.
Thank you very much. Okay, let me have one of the flyers as well, and let's see what this organization is all about. Because I actually have seen what you do, and you do storytelling. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so as I said, I'm Griot Chinier, and Shanti Chi is the organisation that presents the Inne Argo African Storytelling Festival. And the festival has been going for 8 years, but we've only done 7, so we missed a year.
Okay.
Because we were like, why are we trying to get African and African Caribbean people to go camping?
Okay.
So that was the year we took out. Its main aim is to promote self-love.
Yes, please.
Healing,
yeah,
a unity in our community. Because often we ask those questions, especially in Europe, what does community look like? What is unity? And so we say it looks like the Inne Argo African Storytelling Festival. Inne Argo means Mother of Divine Nation.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I come from a long line of storytellers. I have been a storyteller, officially a storyteller for about 25, 30 years.
Wow.
And I've travelled around parts of Africa, lots of Europe, and definitely all over Britain telling stories. I've told stories under trees, at the top of mountains, in small halls, in my children's bedroom. I've told stories in big halls to 1,000 people and to one person. I've told stories in people's gardens. I've told stories in prisons. I've told stories to the suited and booted. I've told stories as a leadership tool. So yeah, I've told stories in lots of different contexts to lots of different people, and I've done storytelling training with some people. So Ashanti at the end there, that's how I met her. She came on the storytelling training called the Griot Way that I did. Was that 4 years ago? Yeah, about 4 years ago.
So what's the background in before doing storytelling? Were you doing something else, and why did you decide to do this storytelling?
Well, I've always been interested in theatre and the arts. And you know when you're little and you're watching the musicals, because in England we have musicals, so I'd stand in front of the musical trying to do what they did. And I studied theatre, and then after theatre I did a lot of theatre. I've written about 21 plays and produced them in different parts of England, Edinburgh, Bristol, Reading and London for young people. I did a lot of work with young people in theatre. But people kept saying to me, oh, you should be a storyteller, you should be a storyteller. And when I got into it, I discovered my heritage through storytelling, through the oral tradition of storytelling. Because people always go, oh, it's for the children, but actually storytelling is quite powerful. And I was saying to Akiba was it this morning or yesterday, that the two organisations in the world
Mhm.
that make the most money are storytelling organisations. Number one, Hollywood.
Yeah. That's
And the
true.
other one, who's the other one I was talking about?
Churches.
Churches. They tell lots of stories, and it's through their storytelling in the church that people identify with each other and with whatever the religion is. If you're a Christian, you know all the stories from the Bible. If you're a Muslim, you know the stories from the Quran. So storytelling is big business in lots of different ways. If it's not money, then it's about spirit. But yeah, storytelling is. If you're a barrister,
Yeah.
if you tell the best story, you're going to win the case.
I know, that's the thing. That's what I'm actually looking at, because when you do things, even like public speaking, you have to tell a story first.
Yes.
Before you can catch the audience in the beginning, before you can go to your
And to
music.
keep the audience, they have to be interested in the story. So the structure is really important.
Okay.
Yes.
And Akiba, actually, she was the first person I spoke to. Akiba, tell me about your experience in this storytelling. Because if you're, what age group are you within?
Well, I am in my early 30s. And
Yeah.
I came to know about Shantichi and the African Storytelling Festival through the media, on the radio. I heard this person telling stories,
Yeah.
these two ladies.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my gosh, storytelling. I grew up with storytelling in Jamaica.
Yeah.
When it's nighttime, we'd all sit around outside and we'd listen to stories from the elders.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I miss that because I wasn't seeing it, I wasn't hearing it. I'm like, we have to go to the festival.
Mm-hmm.
And we went 3 years ago and we've never left. So from then, I've been a volunteer in the organization and promoting the festival and making sure that more African peoples know about the festival.
What do you think about, sometimes people within children like storytelling, but adult might think, okay, storytelling is not for me. What do you think about someone within your age? How do you think people will catch up with it? It's best to hear it from someone around it.
Well, for me, hearing the stories was captivating because there's always a message, there's always a moral to it, and you take it inside and you interpret it and say, how can that contribute to my life and how can that make me a better person? So say, for instance, a young person, we know in London right now a lot of people are experiencing knife crime or issues with the police. There's so many stories that you can use, ancient stories, that you can use to bring out a spark in a young person to change, or to say, all right, let me stay away from that type of lifestyle, or let me find a new route in life. Stories is about inspiring people to change and inspiring people to tell their own stories.
So that means that's an interesting side you've touched. Like youth in our, let's say from the age of 13. From youth to the age of, let's say, up to 40, in fact, youths, young adults, normal adult. Most of the time people get into crime, people get into this, or if they are actually doing or listening to storytelling, how will they get in contact with you if they want to hear about the story, or if they want to get involved?
Well, it's generally, we're outreach people. So we said 13 to 45, that is a lot of the people. Like I worked in a prison a couple of months ago doing storytelling, and the big age range was 18 to 45, and it was all male.
Wow, and I haven't spoken to you.
Yeah, and it was all male in the prison, and when they came in, they were all really torn.
Yeah.
But they sat down and I told them the story, and they got totally involved with it. And when they were talking about the message and the moral of the story, they related it to their life and how they wanted to change. And they were really honest. I was humbled by their honesty with regards to their fear. They talked about how afraid they were, the things that frightened them the most. They talked about what they wanted to change. They saw how life had brought them to where they were, and they weren't blaming anybody. They were taking full responsibility. But, if you said to somebody, let's go and do storytelling in prison, they'd be like, yeah, but these are big, tough men who they don't want to listen to stories, but they loved it. And they wrote, and I got them to write their own stories, not raps, not poems, but stories about what they wanted their life to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
So
how do they feel about it?
they loved it because we had the call and response. When I was leaving, they were just all giving it. "Imo bueno." They were just they were just opened up their heart. It was really wonderful to see. So yeah, it's true when you get involved and you go down a certain road and somebody comes and talks to you about a story. I think that because we were all once upon a time children,
Yeah.
we go back to that place and we open our hearts and we listen to the stories, and then we see ourselves in that story and think, oh yeah, and we get the message for us. Personal.
That's
Every message is personal. Yeah.
That's really, really,
It's
really
true.
great. Okay. Yes, this young lady. Where actually are you from?
I was born here,
Yeah.
but my lineage is from Barbados.
Barbados?
Yes.
Wow. If I would have just guessed,
Me and just
I would
said-
not have said you're from Barbados. I would have said maybe you're from either Kenya,
Okay, I've
Oh.
heard that before.
yeah, Kenya, or maybe Sudan.
Yes, I've heard that before.
So maybe that's where you're
Yeah.
from.
The link
Maybe
is-
that's where your root is, to be honest. But wow, it's really, really great to
It's
see.
interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've all come
But
from
you've
different
got a
parts of the
beautiful,
world.
lovely skin.
Thank you
Wow.
very much.
Mhm.
Thank you.
So
Thank
when
you.
I looked at you, I was I had Barbados, but I wasn't too sure. That's why I
Yeah,
said
you had to ask,
where
yeah.
where you.
I'm sure
origin-
you're from there,
Yeah,
that's
where you-
right.
So how are you getting on with the storytelling? You started 4 years ago,
Yes.
and wow,
Yes.
4 years is a good experience. How are you getting on with that?
It has its challenges.
Yeah,
It's had its ups and its downs.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. But the whole idea of me going out and telling a story to children or adults is amazing. I more gear my stories towards children, but there's always a message. That's what I love about the fact that you brought that up. There's always a message, and the adults do have this perception of stories. I don't want to hear stories,
yeah.
but if I tell you a story, or any of us tell you a story, you will get something from that story. So that's why, for me, storytelling is key to our development as a people, basically, and for us to move forward. Because obviously we all know the problems within our community, but we want to deal with solutions, and that's what we're about,
Yes.
solutions. We don't need to hear about the problems, we don't need to go to a meeting about the problems, we want to do solutions. So that's what our Storytelling Festival is all about, from child up to adulthood.
And elders.
And elders, we can't forget the 79-year-old that came camping
For the first time in her life.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's
So it's
really,
not
really
just about
great.
children, it is about elders.
It's
They
about
can
the
learn.
whole
Yeah, the
family.
community, because that's what we live as a community. We're not, the children are over there, the mouths are over there, the females are over there. It is about us all coming together, and that's what we are promoting.
Okay. How do you tell your story? Do you actually, let's say if I call you now to say, I've got an event, do you tell your story towards the group of people I have, or do you have like a specific story to say, okay, I've got a story and it will fit all group?
Yeah.
It's funny because the other day I was asked to tell a story. No, I wasn't asked to tell a story. I was at an event
Yeah.
and we was celebrating. This woman came over from Haiti and she's a historian. So it was African Liberation Day. And she had given her speech, her talk. And the man asked for somebody to deliver a poem or a story. And people were saying, because people in the audience, they knew me, so they were going, you do it. And I was like, no, let me just leave it. But nobody came forward. So in the end, I came forward but I didn't know what story I was going to tell. Even I said, I did the call and response, Imo bueno, I did all of that.
Yeah.
And then I went, once upon a time, I still didn't know what story I was going to tell. Far away, I still didn't know what story I was going to tell. In the land known as Africa, and I still didn't know what story, there lived a young girl. And I know lots of stories that begin like that. And this young girl, and then it was in that moment I went, okay, I'm going to tell this story. So sometimes I don't know what story I'm going to tell until the moment. Other times, like in the prisons, I told them a story about a guy who was given all the wishes in the world and he still ended up miserable.
Okay. Greet our viewers. We've got people viewing live right now online. We've got Mr. Adebayo saying, and please tell us story too. Someone want to hear the story. And we've got Karen online. We've got lots of people that are watching us. And thank you very much. We've got people from different areas, different background, different communities that are watching you right now. So we would like you to tell us a story. What story are you going to tell us?
Oh my
Wow, I
gosh!
don't even know your audience, so
I
that's
can't even see them because I'm
them.
used to telling stories to a live audience. So you're going to have to be the audience.
All right.
And you're going to have to respond. But what story, what's a short story? Because it would have to
a
be
short story,
a short
because
story.
you know, when back home, when things like people used to sit down, you know, storytelling brings out family gatherings. Because back home, we used to, even though I'll call myself British, but I was born in Syria. But when people grow up, they used to sit down, like, gather in the evening and tell stories
around
and
the
that
fire,
takes a lot of pressure off people, like going out in the street, because you know that at a time we're going to sit down together, even unite parents. You know, there are times in this country, there are moments when people cannot relate to each other. Parents are thinking, okay, my children have grown up now, or my children are too little for me to hang out with them. I've got a niece who said to me in England to say, I don't hang out with my auntie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she told me that. She said, I don't hang out with my auntie. The reason why she said that, she asked me for money to go to cinema, and I said, oh, I've given her the money, and I said, oh, can I come with you? She said, oh,
I don't hang out with my auntie.
After she's collected the money.
After that. You should have asked her first.
Because she was all nice up to me, and then
then
later she said, oh, auntie, can I get money to go cinema? And I was like, okay. And I gave her the money. And I was in their house. I wasn't even in mine. I came to visit them. And she wanted to leave me alone. And I said, oh, can I come with you? She said, no, I don't hang out with my auntie. And I just looked at her like,
don't worry, next time.
So that's the thing. With storytelling, I think it's actually needed, especially London, where you see kids even at 14, 13 thinking, oh, they're all just tied up in things like game, computer, they're on their phone, even when you tell them to go to bed. And I think before, or ancient days, you used to tell story, then you put people to bed.
Yes, I used to do that with my children, tell them stories. And depending on how good they were during the course of the day would depend on the story. Like one time my son, he stole, I love licorice, so I used to buy licorice, and he stole my licorice. And he put it under his pillow, but I didn't know where it was. I was looking everywhere for this licorice. And then one day I said, one day he came to me and said, oh, Mum, I found your licorice. It was underneath my pillow, and I don't know how it got there. What do you mean you don't know how it got there? And then I said, oh, you don't know the story about the boy who stole licorice from his mother. You don't know what happened to him, do you? And he's like, no, what happened? I said, well, you know, he took the licorice and he put it underneath his pillow, and then in the night, the licorice started to grow. But that's not you don't have to worry about it, do you? He's going, but what happened next? And I said, well, the licorice grew, and it grew into his ears, and it just took over his whole body until he became one big licorice. But you don't have to worry, because that's not you, is it?
Yes.
And he went, what happened next? And then I said, well, in the morning, the mum saw the licorice, and because the mum loved the licorice, she started to eat all the licorice. And he's like, oh. And then after she'd eaten all the licorice, the sister said, oh, where's my brother? And the mum realised, oh my God, I've eaten him. That must have been him. And then my son was looking at me going, and then what happened next? And I said, well, then my daughter intervened. And she goes, well, then the mum went to the toilet and she pooed him out and put him back together again and planted him into a flower pot. And my son was like, ugh. And then, and I said, yeah. And when he grew in the flower pot, his head, his arms was here, his head was here, his knee was there, he was all messed up. And then he said, and then what happened? I said, but you don't have to worry, that's not you. I said, no, but what happened? And then my daughter said, well, then we had to pull his arm off and put it back in the right place and pull his head off and put it in the right place. And all the time my son's going, ooh, ooh, like this, because he's like 4 or 5. So he's totally believing it. And every time I say to him, but you don't have to worry because it's not you, is it? Until at the end of the story when the boy's all back together again, but he's got a toe missing and he's growing. I said, but you know, you don't steal licorice, do you? No. And nothing's ever gone missing again. So So I used to make stories up depending on
The circumstance.
the circumstances. Because, boys are different to girls. So you tell girls and boys different stories,
Okay.
Yeah. We could do a concoct-to-tell. We should do that, shouldn't we?
Okay,
Yeah.
do me something, or do something for our audience, because I want
Will you
to
join
listen.
in now?
Hello, how are you? Michael, is here Michael? How are you? It's a
Hi,
nice
Michael.
composition. Lots of people are joining. Jamila, how are you? Thank you very much for joining in.
I'm thinking about the shortest story I know.
You see, they enjoyed that first one, so they're listening to the next one. We're waiting for the next one.
Oh, okay. It's a short one. Say that again. Pepsi.
We want something which you all three will join in and will listen.
We're drinking.
Oh, yeah. This is a dilemma story.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a dilemma story. So hopefully you're listening. So then, because at the end of the story, you have to answer the question.
Okay.
Okay. So once upon a time, a long time ago, in the land that we now call Africa, in the land that we now call
Africa.
there is an elderly woman. And she is the storyteller for all the 9 villages. So she travels from village to village. But before she enters the village, she will sit outside of the village and she will meditate. So that she can get the wisdom of the ancestors and then give it to the villagers. So she sits outside the village and she meditates for 3 days and 3 nights. Then she enters the village and everybody in the village is like, the storyteller has come! And they make space for her and everybody gathers, all the children, all the adults, all the women, all the men, all the elders. Everybody comes to listen to the storyteller. And the storyteller tells them a story and says, the water that you drink now is sweet, is it not? But this water will dry up. Yes, but don't worry, there will be some more water. This water will be even sweeter. But beware, this sweet, sweet water is poisonous and it will make you go mad. But it won't be for long because that water will finish and then a new water will come. This one will be sweet and you will grow and you will be strong. But you have to be patient and you have to remember this story because I don't know when it's going to happen. Okay? And you must pass this story on from one generation to the next. Okay? So then she leaves, they feed her and they're very happy and the drummers are drumming and everyone's clapping and they keep the message. Now, generations have gone. And only one family in the whole village is passing this story on. When the waters dry up and the new waters come, this one family have remembered to keep clean water. So they are feeding their children because they remember the story. Everybody else is drinking the water. This water is so sweet. When this one family says to him, do you not remember the story from the old woman back? Which story? Don't know what do you... They disregard them. And they keep drinking. But this water is poisonous. This water is sweet. How can it be poisonous? And they drink. The more they drink, the more they become a little bit crazy. This one family is the only family in the whole village that is not going mad. And they are watching everybody losing their mind. Now all the crazy people are looking and going, they are not behaving like us. Maybe they are mad. Maybe we need to get rid of them. Let us think about it because look at us and look at them. They are crazy. And so the villagers now start to plan to attack the family because they think the family is mad. Now the family has a choice. Do they stay and try to convince them and tell them of the story? Or do they drink the water so that they can become part of the madness, but they will fit in and nobody will look at them and they will save their life? Or do they run and hide and wait until the time is right? They have choices. Or something else, what would you do? Now remember, with African storytelling, we want it to be a win-win situation for all the characters in the story. So what would you do? What would you do? What would you do?
So let me ask them, what will you do? Have you been listening? What will you do? Yeah? Have you been listening to the story? What will you do? I need you to answer. I need the viewers to answer. What will they do? He said, I will wait. Someone said, I'll wait.
Wait what?
He said, I'll wait for the story to be told.
So they will tell the story to the villagers to try and convince them?
Yes, please.
Okay. But remember, these villagers are mad. And they've come for your blood because they think that you're mad.
Oh.
Oh.
Well.
What
do we do now?
So they're coming at you. You want to tell the story?
He said, I will hide.
You will hide. They will hide.
Yes.
Okay, they will hide.
Yeah.
Okay, so hiding is good. Where will they hide?
Maybe by the bush. They haven't said, but maybe by the bush.
So remember, if you're hiding, you don't know how long you've got to hide for. So you have to make sure you prepare. You've got to have the water with you, clean water. You've got to have some food with you, and so that you can survive. And if it's for a few generations that you have to wait, so you've got to prepare how you're going to hide and where you're going to hide.
Wow, that's a great story. I think I love it, and I think someone said I'll pretend, but I think people are.
They'll pretend to be mad.
Yes,
so that they can fit in. Without drinking the water.
Yes.
Okay, that is a good one. But I watched a film once where a man went into a mental asylum.
Yeah.
As a journalist, and he pretended to be mad. Mm-hmm. But by the time they finished with him,
it was already.
He was mad.
Okay. So tell me about this event you've got. That you're honoring this event you've got on the 27th
to the 30th.
To the 30th.
It's 4 days.
4 days.
4
wow.
days. Yes.
So tell me about the event.
So this event is 4 days. It happens in Croydon. We have hired out 18 acres of land, scout campsite, and it's specifically for melanin-rich African and African Caribbean people.
Okay.
Before we had a place in a campsite, but people were walking in and out, and we wanted our children to feel free to be able to run, to be in nature, to climb trees, and parents to feel relaxed about their children exploring the outdoor environment and broadening their mind. So we've hired this place, and we've got a program. Every day you have a choice of 18 things that you can do.
18.
So in the morning you've got a choice of yoga, meditation, and I think Chigwa. In the afternoon you have a number of workshops, storytelling workshops, so that you'll be telling stories, music workshops. We have a kora player, a bass player, guitar player, we have drumming. And in the evening we have professional storytellers coming to tell you beautiful stories, engaging you, call and response. We have round the fire sessions, so we've got a big fire pit which seats 150 people.
Wow,
and it's a beautiful space under the stars. And that place where people can come and make contributions, because like they've been in the workshop during the daytime, they may have created something and want to share it with the rest of the village, because we think about it as a village vibration.
Okay.
And at midnight we go for a walk in the ancient forest just behind us.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful.
So you have to be there for the whole 4 days.
You don't have to be. We encourage it, but you don't have to be. You can come for a day, but if you're going to come for a day, I would say at least do 24 hours.
Oh, that's
yeah.
good.
So that at least you do one sleepover,
right.
and you get to try everything. Because what we found is that people come for a day, and they're there during the day, and then they don't want to go home. But they don't. One year. This girl said, "Mum, bring my tent, bring me sleeping bag. I'm staying. You know, we had lots of people that were just phoning up, going, "Bring me the stuff because I want to stay." You know, so
they enjoy it so much that they don't want to go.
They don't want to go because it's not just the things that happen there, but the opportunity to be in a space where it's just melanin-rich people, and we're telling our stories that make us feel good about who we are.
When they go there, do they worry about security? Because don't forget, these kids have heard about the forest, and then they know that in the forest there was a wolf. They've heard about that wolf.
Yeah, but
story.
that was Little Red Riding Hood.
Yes.
That's not us.
No. They've heard about the ones grown hair. They've heard
Yeah,
about
totally.
the story in the wolf. How do you let them to think that, okay, I'm safe in the wood?
But you know what? I don't try to convince them that they're safe in the woods. They want to come.
Yeah.
They want to explore it. They want to go. Ooh. They want to do all of that. And because I've been doing walks in the woods for quite some time, people know that, give it a go, actually, because you know what? If you read the newspaper, mostly all of those crimes happen in the city. Nobody's sitting in the woods waiting in case somebody comes along.
We've got Via from London, we've got Via from Holland.
London!
We've got Vias from
How do you say hello in Dutch?
Nigeria. Hi,
Ndeu.
Hi Kadetu, how are you? I'm Michael.
Kedu.
I Jamila. I Mr. Adebayo, my own boss, is here watching. Yelia, she's safe all the way from Holland. Fidelia, who is watching all the way from London, and they've got most of these people that are here are family orientated people.
Excellent.
They want to bring the. What's the cost of it?
Okay, so the way that we've got it is for adults. This is the normal price. So for adults, for the whole weekend, this whole weekend price is $120, and if you are between the ages of 12 and 17, it's $60.
Yeah.
If you're between 7 and 11, it's £10 for the whole weekend, and if you're 6 and under, it's free.
Okay.
If you have a group of people, we do discount. So if you've got a group of 10 people, you get a 10% discount. And I know that it's unfair if you're on your own. So what somebody has done is they've set up a discount group. So if you want to join the discount group as a single person or a single family because you can't get enough people, then you can still get the discount. And if we have 20 or more people, then you can get up to 15% discount.
Okay. I've been asked, does it include meal, or do you have to bring your own food for the campaign?
And, yeah, it doesn't include meals because people make their own foods anyway.
Okay.
So we have caterers on site, 2 different caterers. We have an African caterer and a Caribbean caterer.
Okay.
We also have people that sell fruit and veg from Africa and the Caribbean. So if people want to make their own food, they don't have to leave. And we also have a grocery store. It's all very healthy food, and we encourage that.
No, Mr. Adebayo, you have to bring your own food, and they've got caterers on site.
Great
which
caterers.
They can do meal, and you can buy your own food. We know you're very good in that, so you can buy. But are you going to give my audience a discount? Let's say it's the food that is. I hope the food is not expensive.
No. We work with caterers and we say to them, because some people, it's camping for the first time. They don't want to cook. They just want to go to the caterers. So we say to them, make breakfast so it's between £2 and £3. Make lunch so it's between 3 and 4. And make dinner so that it's between 4 and 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so we try to keep it at... And each of the caterers, if you're going to be doing all your meals with them, they'll do a deal with you. So you can get a discount, and family meals as well. So there's lots of ways of keeping the price down.
So if they want to book, how can they book?
If they want to book, how can they book?
They can visit shanti-chi.com. That's SHANTI-CHI.com.
Or, number?
Or
You can call 0758 222 8967. 0758 222 8967. Or you can go on the website, which is www.shanti, SHANTI-chi.com.
Email?
Oh. info@shanti-chi.com.
Thank you very much, ladies, for giving us this information. Are you giving our viewers discount? If they say they're from Noble, will they...
Will they get a discount?
Yes.
If you say you're from Noble and you can get up to a 10% discount. Like I said, we'll get you all together, because it'll be great actually to have a Noble a noble section.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can have a noble party. Yeah, noble people. If you're coming from Lagos, or you're coming from Holland, or you're coming from London, or where else did you say? You're coming from Nigeria. You're coming from anywhere.
Anyway,
just let us know.
Sierra Leoneans watching.
Yeah.
We've got different people watching. People, we've got Ghanaian, people from Gabon.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, if you're coming from any of those places, we can give you a discount. If your code is noble. Noble Benedict.
Okay.
That's the code. Noble Benedict. With that code, you can get a discount.
So here, if you want 10% discount, just use the code for that we're giving you. And if you've and if you want to go, you can just contact them. They've given you the details. They're going to give you the details again, and then we're going to go for a short break.
Thank you.
www.shanti-chi.com 0758 222 8967. And email address info@shanti-chi.com. This is our 7th storytelling festival. Come and let's do self-love, let's do healing, let's do fun, let's just enjoy being melanin rich in the world today.
So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned. Don't go. You're going to hear something more. So if you want to contact them on these details they've given you. Go over the information again, and you will be able to get it. Or you can just contact us on Noble Television, and we'll give you all the full details. Thank you very much once again for having us, and say thank you and goodbye to before I get my next guest. So thank you.
Griot Chinyere from Shanti Chi.
Akiba from Shanti Chi.
And Ashanti.
So you see, I'm so happy to get these great women, lovely women. And when I spoke to her, she was so sweet, and she was like, okay, I'll get back to you. So I'm so glad that you're all here, and we really appreciate it. And we want more people to join in, because that will keep them busy. Mm-hmm. It will take them away from the street. It will take them to even be able to connect or relate to each other in their home, at school. Because when you learn how to love yourself, you'll be able to love other people.
Exactly.
So,
but also when you love yourself, the more love you have for yourself, the less fear plays in your life. So then you stop doing things because you're afraid, and you do things because it's your purpose, it's your path, and you connect more with your divine self, and you're able to vision a positive future for yourself. So self-love it's the revolution. Self-love is the revolution.
I love that. I'm glad to see you. Now we're going on a break. Don't go away. Stay tuned just 1 minute, and we'll get back to you. Thank you very much once again, and I'll see you soon. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you.
Lekki and its environs at Aspire Heights Creator at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All this and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibeju Lekki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction. Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone, and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibeju Lekki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibeju Lekki ShopRite, and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibeju Lekki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Creator. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Creator says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah. Aspire Heights Creator is here for me. Oh, yes. Everybody listening, oh. real estate and land agent with 100% guarantee. Aspire Iterator, now you be baba. Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Iterator at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All these and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki ShopRite and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Iterator. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Iterator says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah. Aspire Iterator is here for me. Oh, yes. Everybody listening, oh. Real estate and land agent with 100% guarantee. Aspire Iterator, now you be baba. Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Iterator at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All these and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction.
Hello, thank you very much for waiting for us. We are so happy to have you back. We know you're enjoying your bank holiday, so we're going to keep entertaining you today because this is a bank holiday special for you. You know, you see, we care about you, so that's why we want to share our friends with you. They say sharing is caring. And this is Noble People International. We can't keep you bored for the bank holiday. That's why we've got you storytellers. So now they're going to give you the answer to the story, because the story didn't finish. My name is Bernadette Abu. You're watching us live at Noble People International Magazine here at the Art of London. This program is called Business Surgery, and my name is Bernadette Abu. Thank you very much for waiting. Thank you very much for watching us. And if you're watching from London, from anywhere in the world, we're happy to have you here. Thank you very much, all our viewers. Mr. Adebayo Ramatubash, thank you very much for watching. Sir Regina, I'm just greeting all our online guests. Sir Regina, Maria Siddiqui, Sandra Samuels, Ramatu, Mr. Adebayo, Jamila Kamara, Michael Ola, Karen Amara, Malin Gray, and Tamomi Manjuri. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching us, and God bless you for tuning in. So now, I hand you over to the storytellers.
Okay, so where did we get to? Oh, the choices. What were the choices? We had so we were telling a story. For those of you that's just joined, I'm Griot Chinyere. This is Akiba, and this is Ashanti. I am the artistic director for Shanti-Chi.com. It's a storytelling company and the founder for the Inne Argol African Storytelling Festival. And this is Akiba and Ashanti, and they are part of the Inne Argol management team, and they have volunteered their time and energy to ensure that we bring this amazing event to all of our melanin-rich people globally. And I was telling a story beforehand where the wise woman gives information out about water, the good water and the bad water. And everybody that's drinking the bad water has lost their mind. and there's one person who's drinking the good water, one family is drinking the good water, and all the mad people think they're mad because they're behaving differently. And so they're getting a plan together to attack them because they don't want madness in the village. So then the options for the family now was to try and reason with this crazy mob. And I don't know about you, have you ever reasoned with a crazy mob?
Wow.
My mother told me, don't try and reason with the unreasonable. It just doesn't work. So
I love that. I love that.
and the next one was they could drink the water and become mad so they could fit in. Does that sound familiar? How many people just do what everybody's else doing because they don't want to stand out? They want to fit in. So they do the crazy thing even though they know it's not the good thing to do. I would say, for your sanity, for your divinity, for your well-being, don't do the mad thing. Don't drink the mad water so that you can fit in.
Wow.
Because it will be detrimental to you and your family and the future generations to come. So the only other option to do is to pack your bags with water and your clothing and think long term. And hopefully you would have had time to decide where you're going to go and go into hiding. Hide in the caves, hide in the mountains, hide in the forests, hide in the places that you know these mad people are not going to go because they're too afraid to go there. So you go there and hide there. And when the time is right, because remember the prophecy said that this water, this mad water, the water that's poisoning everybody, will dry up and new water will come. And when the new water comes, it will start to flush people out. And when they start to flush out, you can then return. But nobody knows how long that will be. So you have to stay clean so you're connected to the natural environment, and then you will get a sign as when to come back. And then you can reason with reasonable people.
Wow.
And when you reason with reasonable people, we all live happily ever after. The end. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Someone said well done. Thank you.
And that's relevant today.
Yeah.
Because some of the things that we eat and some of the things that we do simply to fit in. And it's detrimental to our health, to our well-being, especially as melanin-rich people. We are trying to live a story that's not ours, and we're trying to fit into something that's not good for us. And that story is an ancient, ancient story. And I think it's really relevant to us today to be your best self and be you and connect with your divine self.
It's very good because these days, right now, you know, in these days, people, it's good, and this is good for especially teenagers as well, because these days everyone want to try to fit in and thinking, oh, I cannot be different, and if I am different, people will laugh at me. If I am different, people will make fun of me. People will think I'm crazy, just like what the story is all about. So it's really good because we've learned something out of this. We've got there's a lesson to learn out of it. It's really, really good. Thank you very much for this program. Thank you, and we hope to get you back here online because we want people to come to this storytelling thing, and we're really looking forward to fill up that 600 space.
600?
The 600.
300.
300.
Yeah,
Well, we'll make it bigger. We'll extend it.
Whoa!
We extend it
affirm
because
that.
we need to get more people into this.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people just need to relax. Because most of the time we go from work to home, home to church, church or any religious places you go, and then you go back home. We don't get to exercise. We don't get to even get that fresh air, that open air. So I think people will need it. Even me, I will need it.
Yes.
Trust me.
We have a place for you.
All right. No worries. And I hope to get you back. Now we're going to go. Thank you very much, everyone that is watching. Please let the details again about the event.
Thank you so much.
So visit www.shanti, SHANTI www.chig.com.
Call the telephone number 07582 228 967. Or you can contact us on info@shanti-chi.com.
Thank you very much. And Via, if you want, what's the price again?
The price.
Yes, for
The
the
price.
event.
So adults is 120. Young people, that is 12 to 17 is 60. 7 to 11 is 10, and 6 and under is free. And that's a whole weekend.
4 days.
Yeah, from the
But you can
Friday
just come for
to the
day.
Monday. You can come for the day,
Yeah.
but it's good to come for the weekend because we create that village vibe. It's beautiful. And there are discounts for, what is the code? What's the code? What's the code?
Noble Benedict.
So you say, email Noble Benedict, phone and say Noble Benedict, your discount is guaranteed. Even if you're on your own, it doesn't matter, you'll get the discount.
Welcome, Madam Yetunde. Thank you very much for watching us. Thank you, Ebony Ambassador. Thank you, Kadiatu. Yeah, thank you, Karen Amara, for watching. Thank you all for Kono. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Fatima, for watching. Thank you, Ebony Ambassador. Many, many more. I'm not able to call all of them, but there are lots of people watching you, and I know they're willing and ready to join you on that day. So we're going to go. So these ladies are going to say goodbye to you, and I will invite my next guest online with you. So say goodbye to them, and if you have any...
Kamasia from Griot Chinyere, give thanks and praises for the dawning of this beautiful day. And I see you in there, Algu, Mother of Divine Nation. See you there.
If you have any message for the viewers, you have any message for our young people to keep them away from the street, keep them away from prison. Because when you go to prison, I don't know for you, but
I've worked in prisons,
when
yeah.
you go to prison, it's so pathetic when you see people and they're just there, nothing to do.
I'll tell you the hard thing about being in prison, and I'm just visiting, is when you go through the door and they lock it behind you.
Yes.
And then you go through another door and they lock it behind you. And you go through another door and they lock it behind you. And just for one visit, you can have 7 or 8 doors locked behind you. And it's not, every time it's like, am I going to be able to get out? Oh, another door, another door, another door. It's like your liberty is gone, and nothing is worth that. I would say, take your time, get your vision. Don't go for the quick, fast, let's make money, sell drugs, whatever. Don't, because you will end up in prison. Nobody gets away with it. You will end up in prison, or you will end up shot, or you will end up with some kind of, or in a mental institution. So I would think long term, in the long term, what do I want? And what do I want for the next generation? And what do I want? What kind of a world, if I was to reincarnate in 300 years' time, what do I want the world to look like? So, for the world to look like that, what do I need to do now? Think long term and think for the next generation and the next generations to come. Short term gains mean nothing, because it will be short term. You'll eat today, tomorrow you'll be shot. Or you eat today, tomorrow you're in prison. You eat today, or you got bling, bling, bling. But it's not lasting for very long. And nobody's going to remember you. You'll just be, you might not even be a couple of lines in the newspaper. You might not even get that. What a waste of a life. Think for the future.
Thank you very much. That was a lovely message, and I'm happy to hear that when even myself, it just sank in, because that's why I was just listening. I just went like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, really, really, it's good to get this message out. Share it with your friends, with your family. Share it with your loved one. If you have kids, they need to hear this story. They need to know that they need to come and regenerate themselves. Come and get that fresh air they need. Come and walk together with other people and see how you can live in the wood and enjoy the atmosphere. Then even you can even get respect for your bed. When mommy say go to bed, you know that's bedtime. So come and enjoy the outdoor and see how it is. So thank you very much once again for joining us. We're going to get our next guest online. Thank you. And we're going to go on a break.
at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki ShopRite, and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Realtor. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah. Aspire Heights Realtor is here for me. Oh, yes. Everybody listening, real estate and land agent with 100% guarantee. Aspire Heights Realtor, now you be baba. Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Heights Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All this and more are our estate with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone, and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki ShopRite, and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Realtor. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah. Aspire Heights Realtor is here for me. Oh, yes. Everybody listening, real estate and land agent with 100% guarantee. Aspire Heights Realtor, now you be baba. Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Heights Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All this and more are our estate with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone, and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki ShopRite, and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Realtor. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah. Aspire Heights Realtor is here for me. Oh, yes. Everybody listening, real estate and land agent with 100% guarantee. Aspire Heights Realtor, now you be baba. Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Heights Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All this and more are our estate with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibeju Lekki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction. Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibeju Lekki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibeju Lekki ShopRite and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibeju Lekki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Creator. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, BGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Aja, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Creator says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah. Aspire Heights Creator is here for me. Oh, yes. Everybody listening, oh. Real estate and land agent with 100% guarantee. Aspire Heights Creator, now you be baba. Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibeju Lekki and its environs at Aspire Heights Creator at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All this and more are our estate with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibeju Lekki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction. Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibeju Lekki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibeju Lekki ShopRite and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibeju Lekki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Creator. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, BGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Aja, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Creator says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah. Aspire Heights Creator is here for me. Oh, yes. Everybody listening, oh. Real estate and land agent with 100% guarantee. Aspire Heights Creator, now you be baba. Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibeju Lekki and its environs at Aspire Heights Creator at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All this and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with